Hello and good evening to Miguel Arena. We'll start a conversation with you about things that we didn't understand about the console. Guy.
Hi, Miguel. Thank you again. Maybe each one will introduce himself. You know already the people here. You met them 2 or 3 months ago when we started. So, but we got some new friends here. So we start Orly. You know Orly.
I'm Orly. I am the head of the communication part of the Kolam. This is it.
Okay.
Amos.
Okay, Amos Cohen. I'm part of the party.
Uri Popko.
Hi, I'm Uri. I'm joining the second Uri. I'm a software engineer. I'm joining the second Uri, trying to help migrating the system.
Udi.
Hi, I'm a scientist. I've been studying internet democracy and assistance for internet democracy for quite some time, and I would like to understand your system and see how it can be implemented in this party.
Perfect.
And Uri, maybe if someone does, please close your mics because it makes sounds. So Uri, listen, you know Miguel.
Yeah, hi. Hi.
Okay. So Miguel, I'll be happy to start. You know, but Uri, you want to say it's okay. So we want to start first of all. If you can describe us what's going on for the past 3 months in Spain with Podemos maybe, and also with Madrid and the other cities that using Consul. Just give us some information about the last 3 months. How's it going?
The most interesting things maybe is not Madrid. It's we are using it now Consul in Buenos Aires. The government of the city of Buenos Aires is using it for the participatory budget of the city. Also, the city of Paris is using it also for some specific process on participatory budget. I think that happened in the last 3 months. It was the 2 largest cities that started. And yeah, we keep also expanding through Spain and in different cities and institutions and starting process. Now in Madrid, specifically, we are just in the voting, in the final voting phase of also the participatory budget. It's more or less the changes or the new things that are happening. Is expanding, more people joining the software and the community.
Okay, can I ask, is the Consul, first of all, is the Consul specifically related to Podemos, or it's not directly related to the party? Is it sponsored by the party in any formal way?
No. It has no connection to the party at all. It's a software that was developed in the City Council of Madrid, in the government of Madrid. It's a free software that now is used in also many other cities and regions that are sharing the software and now being part of it, of the software. But the development started by the city of Madrid. The city of Madrid is governed by a party that is called Ahora Madrid, that means Now Madrid. That is one of the new citizen parties that appear in Spain. In each city appear one of these new parties, like in Barcelona there is a new party, in Madrid, in Cádiz, in all the big cities. And all of them won the local elections.
So these parties are not connected to Podemos?
So the thing is, these parties are building each city independently. So each party has no connection with any other party in a city or national level or whatever. The way it has been built is very similar to Podemos in the sense that it's one also of these new citizen parties, just made by citizens, some activists, some people like this. The kind of program is quite similar to between all these citizen parties and also between Podemos. So it's more or less it's quite similar. We feel there are a lot of similarities in what, even when the parties are independent, but structurally are not connected. The thing is, in this party, the same as in other local parties in other cities, there are some people who are part of Podemos, but also there are people who are independent, or maybe some who are coming from other parties. So in general, in these parties, part of the people are coming from Podemos. So so structurally it's not the same, but it's quite connected, let's say.
Okay.
But the development of this software, I insist, is made by the city, by the government of the city, not even by this specific party. It's not done by the party. It's done by the workers of the city.
And how is the feeling of the citizens there about Podemos, and also about the local parties that won the election? How they feel with the things going on?
The feeling is really great. We had a poll in the last months, and the satisfaction in general with the government, with the things that have been done, and so is growing and growing and growing. So people are really much. People were happy in the election that we won, but also now people are even much more happy with what we're doing, especially with the participation. This is growing very fast, the satisfaction of people. So we are also very happy. So it's a very good moment. Yeah.
How many people won?
Do the parties use any software? Do they use the console software?
Well, the thing is, not these citizen parties at this moment are not really using many tools or anything, because it's a party, is what we call like a tool party. It's a party that was done in order to be able to get into the institution and produce changes, but the party is not a goal by itself. It's not. It is really not designed like to last forever or to get into power or something. So once that now we are in the institution, we are more focusing on the channels for the institution. So people take decisions for the institution, not anymore in the party. For the party was important the moment of writing the program, that was done with a tool that was very similar to Consul. It was a more, let's say, a less sophisticated tool that was good for this phase, but was very similar in the way it worked with the proposals and comments and so on. But now that we are in the city, we need that tool a bit broader. But it was used for building the party, a very similar tool.
But how did the party decide who's going to be the candidate for the mayor, who's going to be the candidate for the city council?
We did it also with a platform. The thing is, the only process for deciding the people was the online voting. Any person could propose themselves to be members of the people who were going to the elections, or to be the mayor or whatever. And then we published all the profiles of everybody, and there was an online voting. For that, it was used directly a software that is for online voting processes, that is called Agora Voting. That it's a software not really focused on participation process, understanding debates, or people making proposals, or process with different phases or whatever. It's just used for the final voting phase. It's a secure system where everything is encrypted, and it has a lot of security and so. And since for this decision, there was only a voting phase to vote on the people, and that's it, we just use that software. But for the process of the city, we need something that can allow participation process.
But if you were to start now, the console system can support also this kind of voting, or no?
Yeah, if it can support it. Actually, the last voting, the console software is done not really to be able to encrypt the data or something like this. It's more focused on the functionalities, on the processes, on the users and everything. So, for example, in the last February, we have a huge voting process in the city. people, yeah, I didn't comment this, but some proposals that people were supporting in the process reached the level of voting, and then we have like a referendum on the city, and we use Consul for the whole process. But for the last piece of the process that was encrypting the votes and giving a bit more security because it was a huge process, we use also this other piece of software that I commented to you. It's connected to Consul, and we use everything. In general, it probably doesn't need to be used, because that is like just to add like a super secure extra layer of security and encryption at the end. So in general, probably is not really needed, but it can be used, and it was developed to connect it, so it can be used right now. But it makes a bit more complex, the installation and everything, because you need to install these other systems to give the security, and it become a bit maybe too complex.
Udi, it's what I talked to you about, the Agora voting, right? With the 4 computers, 4 keys in different places.
Yeah.
Right. We were talking about it, I think, 2 years ago, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to describe you what's going on here in Israel. Kol Am, the party that we are running is about to go out. Like, we are working already 2 years, and we have some groups and stuff that are going ahead, and things are closing, and the technical issues are one of the things that stops us now to go the next step to go out. We already have some buzz around us, and we hear about more movements that starts to talk about direct democracy, because the noise we make already makes the second wave to work. So now we want to go fast, ASAP, outside with the system. I sent you the questions that we had, some technical questions, some methodological questions, and the administrative. And you got the list, right? And I'll be able to start.
Let me check, because I don't know, where is it?
I can send you again here in the
yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, the technical question, I'm not sure I'm going to be able really to answer a lot, because this is more on the developer side.
Okay,
but I can comment. I can try to comment.
Okay, you want to share your screen with the questions, maybe, and
with the questions,
we are now going to the admin side of the of the system. You saw we already translated it. Uri made the installation. We have some guys already, Amit, that is not here, and Yoav made some efforts and made the translation.
Yeah,
we got it already translated to Hebrew. We got some things that prevent us to go ahead technically.
Okay.
Some issues from the administrative part, how we work, how we do the processes. So I'll be able to start with what is more comfortable for you, the methodological part or the technical part. Maybe we'll start with that.
Yeah, maybe. No problem. Perfect. Okay, so you want me to show the admin interface and maybe show? Okay.
Because we got some questions about how to run it.
Okay. So let me 1 second. Okay. I think you are watching now my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So what do you want me to show you about the administration interface?
I'll be happy that Uri, you are with us. We started working. We started running about the administration, moderation, and management.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to understand how to work with this. What is each of the systems? How you manage it day by day?
Okay.
I didn't found any instructions or any technical guide.
Really, they are not. We are a bit, we are lacking this kind of guide. We are now going to start doing this kind of guide, but the developers were really focused on building, and not doing documentation. That is a very common thing. Well, there is, first of all, in the left side, there is the menu.
Yeah.
With all the possibilities. The main, well, I'm going to show you a bit what is going on. Categories, that is this first thing. It's the tags that are used through the whole system. Okay, like for example, when you create a proposal, you can put tags on it.
Yeah.
Specifically for this, like I showed you, there appear some names at the beginning with some ticks. These are the tags that we propose for the people to use by default. So in that case, for example, we have empleo, that means like job. Villaverde, that is a region of the city. Ciudad Lineal, that is another region. So when you open a proposal, these tags, these first tags, the one with the check, are proposed to be used. So it's a way to try to propose some general categories, even when you can choose your categories. This has no more use than this. It's only to this. You can search for tags or anything here, but it's not really. It's just to specifically to select the categories that you propose. Everybody.
Okay.
Moderated content. It's if you check in the top of the administration part, the first is administration, but there is also another option like moderation, valuation, management, and the others are not important. These other words, moderation, valuation, and management, are specific interfaces used for some people administrating the site. For example, moderation. It's an interface that can be accessed only by the moderators that are not the administrator, who are people who can check the content of the website. And in case there is some proposal, some debate, or some comment that needs to be moderated, well, maybe I will not enter just to see what is going now, but you can moderate the content. So you can decide that maybe some proposal or some comment is not following the guidelines of the site. So maybe, I don't know, don't make racist comments or something like this. That you can moderate.
How do you
the moderators, they can access to this other interface, and they just see the list of proposal, debates, of comments that have been tagged to being moderated. I'm going to show you 1 second. For example, if I enter into the debate site, okay, I'm in one of the debates. Here I see some red flag that says flag as inappropriate. In case somebody flag it, check that this is not appropriate, this debate will appear in the moderation interface. And then they decide, the moderators, to let it like this or hide it. Okay. And then here in hidden proposal, debates, and comments, or users, you see all the proposal, debates, or comment that has been hidden by the moderators. And then the admins can check if the moderators are doing their job right. Okay. It's like to have a double way to be sure that the people are acting okay. And hidden users is the users that have been blocked. Okay. Okay. Polls is for the if I go into this side, I have debates, proposal, voting, process, and participatory budget mainly. So voting is what we call polls. Okay. Polls or voting is a process where something is voted. You can vote yes or no to a question, or you can vote on a specific issue or something like this. For example, this last February, you can see here the dates, the 13th to 19th of February, we had a voting on different issues. Any of these things here is an issue that was voted, okay? Like, for example, this was the action plan of one of the districts of the city. This other question is if you want to have like more protection on the building of one of the districts. This is the names of some cultural centers in the district, like these kind of things, okay? So whenever you, well, I cannot start a poll right now because we are seeing the system live, but if I click here, create a poll, I define a voting process, like, you know, voting of whatever that will start on some date and will finish on that date, okay? I define a poll, okay? And when I define the poll, for example, one of the easy poll, this is the name of the some cultural centers. When the poll is defined, this is the poll, I can define the questions of the poll. Like, for example, this poll has 3 questions. How do you want to give, what do you want to be the name of this place? What do you want to be the name of this other place or the other place? There were three places, 3 centers that were being named of this process. So you define the question, and then on these dates, the question is open, and then people can vote on this question. And for example, if I enter in this one of the questions, that was the question, and for this question, there were 3 possible answers. In that case, we were asking the people the name of a place, and we gave them 3 answers. And then we also add some general information about the places, okay? You can give the specific answer like this, or you can say like yes or no, or thing like this, okay? So here is where you define the questions. You can also define booths. In case you want that people vote not only on internet, but also vote in a physical booth, you can define booths. And then we have some booths, some ballot boxes there in the streets, and people could go there to vote. And then you can define here the booths and the place where you're putting the booths. And you can also define the officers. The officers is people who are able to validate each booth. Since now you have booths on the streets and people can be able to put the votes, and then you need somebody to count the votes, and so we have defined this role that is the officers, okay? These people who do this offline part. This is not needed, of course. You can have just an online voting, but it's something that maybe you need. And this recounting and results is the place where you see the results of this specific voting. And in case you have to add some votes for the physical votes, you can also check it here, okay? The rest of the menus are more or less the same. The questions, this is exactly what I showed you, that is just show here to define the question, the officers, and the location of the booths, okay? So this menu, this part of the menu is for this voting part, is to have a voting on issues, okay? The next menu is the participatory budget.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah. We are not going to run the participatory budget yet.
Okay. Okay. So I can skip it. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. You can.
It's
for the next time.
yeah. Sure. For sure. Anyway, you know, it's a process where there is a proposal phase. People make proposals. Then inside the government, we evaluate the proposal, how much it costs, and then people vote. And then this is how we decide how to spend some money. Okay, that's it. Okay, the next menu is profiles. As I commented you already, there are some people who can have some specific access to the platform to do some specific tasks. Like, for example, the moderators. If I enter here, I will not enter to not show the names and the personal data of these people, but moderators, you can add people to be a moderator, and then you give permission to some users, and then he can access this moderation interface. Okay, officials is officials in that case. Yeah, this is I go back now to show you again. Officials is the internal roles of the organization. Like, for example, inside the city, we have the councillors of the city. We have some civil servants who have some important position and so on. So you can define these roles, like specific roles, and then anytime they interact with the site, like for example, they make a debate or they answer to a debate or something like this. For example, I'm going to show you one. This for example, it's a debate that was opened by this person, Marta Gomez, and I can see some tag near his name that says concejala. That means councillor. So it's a member of the government. So each time this person open a debate or answer a question, you see there's a different style. So in that sense, you can see the difference of who is participating and give a different visibility. Okay, so this is officials. Organization.
So if you run it for a party, for a political party, so it's the roles inside the party, right?
Yeah, could be. I mean, it's open. You can define the name of the officials, and you can define different levels. So you can define like official level 1, level 2, level 3, and then you write the word that you want to appear here. In our case, it's like councillor, civil servant of high level, public worker, so on. But you can define whatever you want if it's useful. I mean, it's just a possible functionality. You don't really need to use it. Okay. Organizations is because as user, when you enter, well, now I'm signing in, but when you make an account to use the platform, you can have a personal account or you can have a organization account. The organization account, it's a bit different because it lets you to make proposals or open debates or make comments, but it doesn't let you to vote. It's an account that is useful to give visibility to some proposal coming for a specific organization or whatever, but you cannot vote because here we're using like one person, one vote, and then organization cannot vote. Okay, so it was also useful for us, like to show some specific visibility.
Like organizations, if we want to ask a activist group to join us as an organization and propose their proposals.
The proposal, whatever. Yeah, that's it. So the only difference is when you make an organization is like this, like for example an NGO that wants to show proposals. So they can make an organization account and it's okay. The moment they do it, it's already an organization. The only thing is here in this option, you can verify the organizations. So you can make like a check in the organization that you know that this is their official account. So it's a way like to show that it's really they are speaking in the name of the organization. Okay, so it's only this, like to show that it's like a verified organization. But anyway, at any moment they can open an organization account even if it's not verified. Okay. Evaluators, it's something that we use for the participatory budget. So I'm not going to enter into this. It's the people who make to check the cost of the proposals. It doesn't matter. And managers is another option. I'm going to open this because this is important. Management is a different role that can access to this interface. It's a different interface. It's not the administration interface, it's the management interface. And here you can look for users or verify users or change their accounts or create proposals or support proposals in the name of users. So it's an interface that is used first for managing the users, so to verify or something if you need to do something, but also is to solve a bit the digital divide in case there is some users that want to do something with the platform but really don't understand the internet or something. They can go like to the managers and they can help them to do the things like create proposal or support them or something like this. In that case, this is used in the city in the city offices. We have some offices of the government with some public workers there. And in that case, if somebody come and say, okay, I want to make a proposal, but I don't want to use internet, or please help me to do the account or something, that can be done through this interface. Okay.
I have a question about proposals. Are they only proposals to budget something, or there are decisions by the?
No. The proposal is for the general proposal section. This is a section where any person can make a proposal. This button here, create proposal. Like this, for example, that was done by some person. There's the title of the proposal, some small summary in like a tweet format, and then the text of the proposal. Also can be put videos or photos or something, and then people can support the proposal. In our case, when a proposal reaches all the needed supports, then in the city is 27,000 supports. That is the 1% of the population, but it's a figure you can define. Then we take the proposal to a voting. Okay, so this is the general process that we have. People can make proposals, vote for the proposal, and when they reach enough support, because we have here like thousands and thousands of proposals, they go to the voting. So this is
and then let's say the vote is positive, then what happens next?
And then in the case of the city of Madrid, the government take the proposal and we execute it, we do it. Okay.
So it becomes what? It becomes a law, it becomes a decision?
It becomes it becomes like a decision of the government. It's like if the government has decided to do this, and then now we do it. If it's a law, we have to approve a law. If it's a change in something, depending on the proposal, maybe it needs a complex process, or maybe something more just a path to follow or something like this. So it depends on the specific proposal. But the thing is, people propose the things, people support, so they decide which one are going to be voted, and then people vote and decide. So it's the totally bottom-up direct democracy process.
Okay, so what is the step that what makes the city bound by these people's decision? Is it a law of the city, or just the goodwill of the mayor, or what?
No, it's just political will. I mean, we say that is how we are going to work. There is no law that make us obey, because of the constitution, we cannot approve such a kind of law. So we cannot put a law that say that we should obey this kind of process, but we approve the way the process it work, and we publish it, and we say we're gonna do it like this. But it's only political will.
So it's the goodwill of the mayor and the council.
Yeah, it's a will, but we say it's binding. I mean, we don't say we will do it if we like the proposal. We say we are gonna do it. It doesn't matter if we like it or we don't like it. So it doesn't depend on the specific will on the moment. It's part of how it's gonna work. Okay, but of course there is no law that is making us to do it. Okay.
Michael, in this process, you talked about people people that talks about the proposal before it goes to the final voting.
Yeah.
It's also in our regulations, after we approve the first proposal, we need to do a debate on it, like to create a group of people that will talk it and prepare the voting, the final voting. Is it possible to make, after the proposals, to make it to the voting system, to the debate system?
Sorry, can you explain it again? I didn't catch it. Did you saying that you want to make a debate before the proposals?
No, we make the debate after the proposal is approved. Like we got 1% that they voted and they said, okay, it's a good proposal, and then we want to take it not to a debate, to participation, to talk about it with a circle that can talk about the issues and solve it, if it's good or not good, and then prepare it for the final voting. This is the process that we decided in the party to run. Perfect. And after we take in the last step, if the voting is approved also, so it goes to the platform of the political party, like it would be our official platform to run to the government.
Okay, perfect.
So,
but what is the doubt?
Very familiar to your platform, but after the proposal issue, we need a debate, to run a debate.
Yeah. No, I understand. But you want to run the debate in the platform, you mean?
Yeah, also.
Okay. There are two options. One proposal reached the 1%, okay? In our case, the 1%. The thing is, you have the proposal here in the poll, and you have to activate the poll. So it doesn't go automatically. One of the administrators have to say, okay, this proposal should be voted on that specific time, okay? So before activating the poll, you can do this process of debate or whatever. In case you want to debate, there is one easy option, that is that you open a debate on the proposal. Yes, a debate opened by one of the administrators. So you will see here the tag of the administrator, and then people can debate here, like just
put a link. And put a link.
Well, you can have the link or the text here of the proposal, and you can people can comment here. This is a new debate, so it has 0 comments, but in general, they can comment it here. Even when in the proposal section, you can also comment directly the proposal. I mean, like this proposal, for example, has these 2 comments, and people can also vote on the comments. They can say if they agree or not agree with the comment and reply the comments, So it can be also debated directly here, but if you want to take it like to another section, can be to the debate, but also can be taken to the process section, okay? No, here I cannot show you, okay. The processes it's a section where some specific process can be done, okay? Like for example, here we have a process of some park of the city, okay? And in that case, we have some information, some introduction that in this case is super brief, but you can here have some more text and so on. And then you have some specific questions about this issue, okay? We have here the issue that is the park, and we decided to open 4 questions about this park, okay? And then in each question you enter, there is a specific debate, okay? Like with information on the question and so on, and here people would comment on the thing. So each of I'm going to show you other. This is just open, so it doesn't match. But like for example, this is another issue. Here is the title of the issue. Here is the text. Here is some additional information, some files, and then here are the questions of the debate. Okay. In that case, it's also 4, but you can define as many questions as you want. And then here, inside the question, people are commenting and talking, okay? So this is one of the possible things that can be done to comment. Another thing that can be done also, like, for example, we just opened one of these processes, is this. In that case, you have also an issue that you want to talk about and some introduction, but in that case, there are no questions. You see this button that it says comment on draft. And when you enter here, you see the specific text of the thing you are talking about, and you can make comments on the specific text. For example, suppose that I don't agree with this paragraph. I select the paragraph, it appears this button to comment, and when I click, I can make a specific comment on the paragraph, okay? This is
which section is this which section is this that you're showing?
This is the process section, but let me one second. Let me show you an old one because this is still have.
Can you show us also Can you also show us how you make one in the admin?
Yeah, this is what I want to. Well, one second. Yeah. For example, this. Okay. This is one of the text that was already commented. Okay. And you see all the yellow parts of the text. Okay. It's yellow part. That it means that somebody make a comment on this part. If I hover on the part, I see the comments. You see?
Great.
Mhm.
So this is
Anyone can comment?
Anyone can comment.
Anyone can comment?
Yeah, exactly. So this is also an interesting way to make debates about things. So to either open a specific question on the thing, like this, specific debates that you decide, or to have some specific text, I don't know, on the proposal or more defined or whatever, and then people can comment on the text, okay? This section still is not included in the admin site, okay? Because we have a new version of this. We have improved it a lot. This is the old version. We have improved it a lot, and we are right now installing the new version. So I think in 1 week or maybe 2 weeks, it will be already running. And then you will have a specific section here that it will say collaborative legislation. And then you can enter and define all these kind of things, like define if you want to have question or not, how many questions, the answer to the questions, if you want to have a text and people can comment, and everything. It became a very important part of the tool, and we made like a specific new update. So it will be included here, but I cannot show you because it's still being installed in the software. Okay.
It can help us very much now run we need it for the Chazon, for the vision of the movement.
Yeah, I think this part is very useful. This is why we decided to update it. How it was working, it's okay. It's already working, like you see here, or the question. But it was a bit more not so like powerful, let's say, like the new version. But it will be coming very soon. As the moment that we update the version, we tell you, and you can try and play and do whatever you want. Okay.
Miגel, can you explain what's the difference between the debates and the proposal?
Well, it's more a thing about the process. The section is very similar. I mean, people can start a debate or create a proposal.
Yeah.
The different thing that we have done is the debates, you can vote up or down, so for or against the debate. Okay. The proposal, you can only support the proposal. Okay, it's like gathering signatures. You can sign for a proposal, but you cannot sign against a proposal. Okay, it's a bit different. In the debates, people can vote up or down even when the account is not verified. So it's a bit more loose system to make people interact more easily. In the proposals, to support the proposal, you have to be verified because it's more a participation process. In the proposals, we ask you for a summary of a proposal, maximum 200 characters. And in the debates, we don't ask you a summary. It's more just a text, and you can say whatever you want. And the thing is, the debates, it doesn't matter if people vote against or for, it doesn't lead to anything. The proposal, when they reach this 1%, they lead to a voting. This is why the process is a bit more difficult. But in the platform, it's more or less similar, as you see. It's not different. Okay.
I'm still curious about this question of the party. Just to make sure, the party that you have now that is winning in Madrid or won the election in Madrid. Yeah. So the party is not operating on its own now. It's just the city.
Yeah, I mean the party keeps existing. Of course, it's still a party, but really there is not much to decide on the party, because the decisions now have to be done for the city, not for the party. The party only was important to have decision announcing during the time that we were building the party, like writing the program, deciding the people who were going to run for the elections and all this. But once that was finished and we were already in the government, the party is not ruling the people in the government, you know? So now the people in the government needs like a participation channel with the people of the city, because now the people who have to take the decisions of the city are not the people supporting the party, are the people living in the city. So in that sense, we don't really need a participation platform because there is no process related with the party. Maybe for the next elections, if the party wants to go again for the elections, then it will use maybe this platform or a similar platform again, but no, just for the elections, you know.
Okay, and the Podemos party is also not having ongoing discussions?
No, well, the Podemos party is using this tool for having debates, but it's only for debates. They have like the debate section and proposal, but they are not really using it to take decision inside. They have just for people to make suggestions, and then they decide if they want to use or not. I mean, there is not like votings or anything like this. It's just,
so how do they make decisions?
No, they did it in the traditional way. I mean, they had some executive groups, and then they have people there who take the decisions, and just face to face. They don't use.
And do you know any party in the world that is using this software or any software for direct democracy inside the party?
No, not really, not really. Podemos, I think it was the closest party to these kind of things. Because during some time, this kind of platform was used really with really an aim to be able to take the important decision, the party and so on. But after some time, really it was more structured in a more traditional way, and then this path like stopped. But in general, no. Inside a party is a bit difficult. It's very difficult that a party is brave enough to have this kind of system.
So we can be your prototype, huh?
Yeah, I think it will be wonderful. We really hope. I mean, this is why I'm happy to show you how the tool works, because we are really we think that this how parties should work. It's really important that they have not only as a debate section and to hear proposal, but really to take the decisions inside the party. So, but if it can work for a city that is 3 million people and the complexity is huge, of course it can work for a party that is much smaller structure. So in that sense, all the process that I'm showing you, like the proposal, these specific debates, this comment on the text or whatever, can be used exactly like this for the internal structure of a party. I mean, here you could have the program of the party, or each of the main proposal of the party. Here you can open like specific debates on the important issues. Here you could have the people voting for the most important proposal, or opening debates on political issues. I mean, everything is really ready for this kind of thing.
And maybe you described it. I didn't understand. Maybe I didn't follow up. But how do you verify who is registered to the party, and how do you verify registration?
Well, in the case of, since this is connected to the city, we use the verification system of the city. We have a census of the people living in the city, and when you make an account, after you make an account, there is an option that says verify my account, and then you have to give your personal data, like where you live in, your national document and so on, and we check against the database of the city, and if it's okay, then you are verified. For a party, maybe that makes not much sense because you don't have an existing census before the party. In the case of Podemos, what was used is a SMS verification. So in order to make an account on a verified account, you had to give your cell phone, and then as a secure code was sent to your cell phone, and then if you put in a platform, but that costs money, of course, because you have to pay one of the communication providers to give you this service of sending SMS and so on. We are using also this system.
What are you verifying with the SMS? Because anyone can get any amount of funds.
The thing is, it's true that somebody could have 2 phones, but in order to have a significant amount of accounts to be able to affect one of these processes, like for example, if suppose in one of the voting, you have 10,000 people voting. If somebody want to have an effect, maybe this person need 1,000 accounts or 500 accounts. That means this person need to buy 500 different SIM cards to be able to verify, and then it introduces a barrier. So it's not like a secure system, but it introduces a barrier that makes enough difficult. So if you can have enough people participating, really is difficult to have some kind of fraud. But always, if you don't have really a census that you can control in some way, you have to rely on this kind of system. We are lucky in the city because we have a census. But in the rest, in general, you have to rely on something like this, or to have a manual verification, a face-to-face verification in some sense. I don't know how you can define that. You define the account that are verified. In that sense, this management section that I told you can be used to verify users. But
Miguel, can I interrupt you?
Yeah, sure.
In a political party in Israel, when you register to a party, you put your ID, and you have to pay a yearly amount of money, like in PayPal or a credit card, like to register to the political party. Like you pay $20 for a year.
Okay, then it's easy. Then it's perfect, because then you have a database of these people. And then you just need to connect the database with this system. I mean, we now, for example, we have the system connected to our city database, but you could connect it to this database that you have, and then is like this. If like the person enter into the platform and create an account, then it can be asked, okay, give me your data, and you can check on the database, and if it's okay, verified. If it's not okay, not verified.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Do you think that we can use one system to manage multiple cities or municipal regions in such a way that voters from a specific city would have an effect on specific proposals that are relevant to the city?
Well, we have, in our case, we have, for example, if you check the proposals, you have the categories, but you have also the districts. No, like for example, I can enter into the district map and go to one of the districts, like for example, this one, this Fuencarral. Okay, if I go here, I see the proposals with this tag, this Fuencarral tag. Okay, so I can see only the proposal that has this tag. And also, when you are doing a voting system, like for example here, here, okay, yeah. Here, for example, this question is defined just for one district. This is the name of the district. That means that only people with this information in the database, in the user, can vote. Okay, so in that sense, you can open a vote that only people for the, in that case, is a district. In your case, would be, I don't know, a region or whatever, can vote. So something can done. Of course, in general, they would see the same site and the same sections, the same general sections.
Excuse me, can you give permission to one voter to participate in 2 or 3 districts?
Yeah, exactly. For each question, you define which districts, which regions can vote in this specific question. So you can choose like 1, 2, 3, or all of them, or all except one, or whatever.
That was not the question. The question was whether one voter can be a member of many districts.
As we have it now, no, but probably it's not very difficult to add this information.
Miguel,
Yeah.
if we start now, like we have now just 20 people that registered, we didn't start registration. We
Yeah.
start clear.
Yeah.
And we want to manage a database that some of them will be like all the people that wants to propose in the debate section things.
Yeah.
Or proposals.
Yeah.
And the guys that paid to be a part of the party.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's better to manage it inside the database of this side or in different database, the registered ones?
It doesn't matter. I mean, the thing is, the site can call to any database to check for these verified users. So you can have, if you prefer, you can have a different database and then just connect it to the site or copy to a database that is connected to the site. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
You said decide, you said console, it's the same system or different system?
Console, yeah. We call decide, it's just the name we use it in Madrid, Decide Madrid, but the software is console.
Okay.
So now exactly when we want to verify, like for example, we are calling to, well, no, it's a bit complex, but yeah. In general, to verify is just the system call to a database and just ask, is this data in the database? The answer is yes, verified. The answer is no, not verified. So any database that you can use, you can connect it to this process.
Okay.
Well, a question about the new version of the software.
Yeah.
Do you think we should translate it again, or can we use the translation that we...
No. You can use the same translation. Yeah. No. The software doesn't change the whole software anytime. It just upgrade sections.
Okay.
So only things that are changed or new things introduced should be translated, but the rest keeps exactly the same. Yeah. Actually, the software is changing like day by day. It's not this is why we need a way to work that doesn't make problems if you have like a much older version or anything.
How many people work on developing the software?
The main core is for developers, but since it's free software, we have a lot of developers helping with the code. People who wants to help with the software, or developers of other cities that are helping doing things. So the real number, I don't know, maybe it's some 100 or something like this. But the core, really, the people who are like every day 24-hour working and so, is these 4 people.
And I didn't look at the code. Do you know what language it is written in?
Yeah, it's Ruby on Rails, and for the database is using PostgreSQL.
Sorry, I didn't understand. What is the main language?
The main language is called Ruby on Rails.
Ruby on Rails.
Ruby on Rails, yeah. Ruby on Rails.
Okay.
Yes, Ruby on Rails.
I got a question about the translate.
Yeah.
Do you have another languages that the console is already translate, like Arab or Russian or any other language? Because we have many people from different countries in Israel.
Yeah, partially now we have it in, like, for example, the Madrid version, we have in English, French and Portuguese.
And in other countries, can we get the Arab translate?
No. For these languages, we don't have any other translation, no. Okay. We are gonna make a trip very soon to Russia, and maybe they will start using it, and maybe at some moment they will translate it, but that will take some months. So it's not really. And now it's been translated. I think it's already finished in Dutch for the Netherlands, but not Russian or Arab.
The main 4 languages we have is Hebrew, Arabic, Russian, and English.
Yeah, so only English. Only English is the one that
we might contribute the Arabic.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. We would love it. Actually, now the developers are they will start using a better translation system. So that will also make easier for people to contribute and so on, for you or for whoever.
I got a proposal to translate it to Arabic, so I will talk with. We will finish we'll finish the system and then we'll do the Arabic part. We got already something that's interesting.
Super, that would be wonderful.
But we will wait for the Russian translation. It's very interesting here.
Super.
I have another question regarding voting. I think it's one of the questions in the list. Can you or do you plan to support in the future multiple choice questions where you have multiple alternatives? People have to rank them or prefer them, or it's only yes, no votes?
For the moment, for the voting section, it's only yes, no, or some specific options, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but not ranking, not ordering, and it can be done that you can choose more than one option. So, for example, I give you 10 options, and you have to choose 5 or 2 or 3, but not rank them. For the future, we would like to introduce it. The ranking system.
The question was different. Like, we got 4 documents to vote upon them, and we want to upload the 4 documents, and we can say, okay, vote for document 1, document 2, document 3, document 4. But
no, this is how it works now. Like, for example, this I show you. One of the questions here actually was a very complex question. Was to vote on some action plan of some district, and the option that you could vote was that one, that one, that one, that one. There was a very long list of options. I'm not opening all of them, but there was a long list, and you could choose between all of them.
Exclusive, so only one can win. Only one option can win.
No. Can be done like for example here. It's just a list, an order list. This was the most voted option. This is the second. This is the third. So it doesn't matter. You can choose. People can vote only on one option, or people can vote on multiple options, and then you see the ordering of the options. And
how do you,
in the end, sorry, but in the end, only one option is the winner, or you can have many winners?
No, that depends on you. I mean, the system doesn't say anything. The system just gives you the votes ordered. And then you show whatever you want. You can say, this is the winner, and then that's it. Or you can show all of them and there is no winner, or as you like. But this is not like in the system. I mean, this is whatever you want. Okay. You see, be the winner or not is not something that happens in the software. It's something that you define. So it doesn't. There is nothing specific in the software.
How did you create this question?
The question?
How did you create it? Yeah.
Here, as I show you in the polls, like poll question.
Okay.
Like I create a question in some specific poll. This is the question, blah, 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 blah. And these are the possible answers. Generally, it's yes or no, but I can make as many answers as I want, and the description of the question.
Yeah, I saw that, but how did you manage to put the different answers, like you showed us there before, like answer in this
yes no. Here is yes no, but I could say yes no, one toy, blah blah. These are the different answers.
Miguel, can you show us on the website there are some banners that came. We don't know how to edit them, how to use them.
The banners is for this section. You see now here there's a black banner with some letters and so on that just take you to some specific place. So banners is for this. You create a banner, and then you define like the title, that the text that will appear. You can choose some images. We have three that we are using, some style, we have to find some, the link when the time the banner will show, and some text, and this is appear like this. No, not exactly this one. I think this one was a bit done a bit more ad hoc. I think, not totally sure, but in general you can configure the banners.
That was the only place that the banner would show?
Yeah, I think only in the debates and the proposal section.
It's the same one, right?
The same banner, yeah.
Okay.
We're working also now to put the banners also here, like in the home of the. But for the moment, we have to work a bit more on the home side.
Okay, a lot of problems have been solved today, I think. When I see the system now, I really see how it can work with our process here in Israel.
Can we go over the list of questions and see if anything is left?
Yeah.
I just read them. I think he answered all our questions.
Yeah, I read also.
Okay. Perfect. Anyway, of course, the thing is, the tool it's on development. So probably there are things that are more defined to be used, the needs that you have, or maybe there are things that are not so exactly what you need.
Can you go to the administration tab for a minute?
Sorry?
To the administration, to the administration part, to the admin.
You want to go back?
Yeah, if you, but you. Yeah. If you would go to management, administration, sorry, and you got the site configuration. Where is it?
Configuration settings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, can you explain what are those level 1, level 5?
Yeah, level 1 or level 5 is this thing that I told you that some specific users, when they talk, it appears some tag near the name. So like this, like for example, this is concejala. That is this. It's level 4. So it's just different styles of what appears.
So we have to choose our levels as we.
Well, no, this is. I think some people are not using this level thing at all. I mean, it's only in case you want to show in a different way the debates or the proposal of some specific people or the comments on some specific people.
I understand.
So, yeah.
Okay. Uri, any more questions? Or you already?
Yeah, I'm really curious about the processes because it's the first time I've seen them, and
yeah, I think the best is when we have all online. I can show you the new module, because until now it was not really it's working perfectly, but it's gonna be much more powerful and easy to configure the process and so on. So
in the next version, right?
Next upgrade that is almost ready, but it still needs like 1 or 2 weeks. But mainly it's gonna work. So you can see like these 2 examples that I gave. So it's you open a process, and you can have like some information and then some questions and some specific debates, or you can also have like a text to be commented, and you can decide a part and make a comment on this part.
This part of the process solves the complete issue of our internal process.
Yeah, I think this is very useful. And if you combine all of them, like you have the debate section where people can open debate, the proposal, then things can go to the processes and then be voted and so on. In general, you have the most common functionalities that are used to take decisions in large-scale organizations and so on. So in general, it's I think enough a place to start at least. And as I commented you, all these functionalities are being in development every day. So we are happy to see whatever you need. I mean, we are working. The development is the developers are working for the city, but the kind of functionalities that can be useful for the city and for other cities or other institutions, we are very happy to implement them. So any new idea that you have that could be changed or improved or whatever, please don't hesitate telling us, and we can try to improve it. I mean, it's okay. So don't feel frustrated if you think there are things that are not really working as you want or not useful enough, because the development is going very fast. So
I have a question regarding mobile. Do you have a plan for an app?
No. It works right now in the cell phone. It's responsive, so it's done to all sections, can work perfectly in the cell phone. And we think it's not a very good idea to build an app, because it introduces really a lot of work. Really needs much more work to keep it updated with all the markets and everything, and so on. Doesn't introduce any interesting functionality for the users, because it works exactly as the browser is working right now. So it's too much work for not, and you need the people to download the app. So you need to make a lot of communication to people to use it. That really doesn't get you a lot. So we think it's not.
What about alerts? Can people get alerts?
Yeah, this is the only thing that an app can give you. But also this is sometimes tricky, because in general, political organizations wants to send like millions of alerts for everything, like to participate, join, know all the news and so, and people get a bit tired of it. So in the platform, what we have is the notification system. This bell that you have here. Well, I don't have a notification, and it can be used to send notification for the users. And I think this is a maybe less invasive way of interacting with the people. But this is the only thing that maybe could be useful, to have an app to send notification. But could be solved also through more general social media or something a bit different. I mean, there are also some people. I don't know if in Israel you are using WhatsApp or Telegram.
Yeah.
Yes.
So some of the now is very common. Even now in the city, maybe we are going to use it. That we have a WhatsApp or Telegram channel. So this is the channel that is really used to send notifications. In that case, you don't need like a specific system for each platform. You just have the general communication. People join the channel and then you send their information.
But can people configure what notifications they want?
Yeah, in WhatsApp or Telegram or both, always you can decide.
No, but in the console application.
In console,
I'm interested in this debate. Tell me if someone says something about this.
Yeah. Now you have one of the options is to get notification when people comment on your debates or proposals.
Okay.
Another is to get private notification, because if you see a user, you can click on the user.
You don't share the screen. No?
Sorry. Yeah. If you go to one of the debates, okay, like for example our proposal, you can click on the username, and then you see the debates that this person had done, and then you have this option, send private message. And then you can send a private message to the person. So this is also a way to interact with users. And this also can be turned off. This is one of the notifications that can be turned on off. I think these are the notifications that can be used. Like people commenting on you, people sending private messages, or I think that's it. And inside the admin system, now we are not using it, but probably we will use it in the future, but we are not using it. it could easily like send notification to all the users.
Here is something for the wish list. Like if you come to the system and you want to get messages about new messages about energy or agriculture or so those will be this is one of the things that they went up for the wish list.
Actually, we have some developers. We have some developers that next Monday we will start to develop that functionality. Not only that, because they have a wish list of other functionalities, but this is one of the functionalities, and they are supposed to have all the functionalities ready in the next 2 months, I think, and this is one of the functionalities. So probably you will have it soon.
You better meet. There are 2 guys that are missing here, except Yoav Lifshitz. One of them is Itai, and one of them is Uri Popko. Uri Popko already started to make a wish list about the system, and Itai already said, okay, we can do this and this and this, and he wanted to talk with you. So
Perfect.
maybe we'll concentrate everything and we'll let you know. And we got a lot of knowledge about the things we developed in Israel. We developed a system here. So we have a lot of graphics and things we already worked on it, and we can share it.
Super, we would love it.
Great.
And some of you, I don't know who, but you are in touch with the developers, right?
What?
You are in contact with the developers of the tool,
Yeah.
right?
I am, yes.
You are, okay, perfect, super.
Uri is the technical guy, and the second Uri also is working with him on it.
Super.
Any more questions, someone? No? You better meet Dan. There is Dan here. He's in silence, but he lives in Malaga, I think.
Okay.
So he's from Spain. Dan, you are with us?
Hi everybody. Hi Miguel.
Hi.
Hola.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
¿Qué tal? Bien.
Pero
Estoy
tú no eres español, ¿no?
Sí, estoy en un pueblo en Málaga, Benavis. Quería preguntar, I wanted to ask you, the system, all the information is on, where is it stored?
The system is
server?
in GitHub, the system that is running, you say?
Yeah. We're using the same system, right?
Of course. Yeah. It's stored in the servers of the government, of course.
And whatever we're doing here is also stored there in Madrid.
No. Of course.
We can answer it later on, Dan. It's here. It's stored here with us.
Yeah. No. You have to understand that this is a platform that we share with anyone that can be used, any political party, institution, whatever. We are happy that people do participation process, but we cannot provide servers or work or whatever for specific organizations because it's the government workers on the servers.
I'll be happy to get one server now here.
I will be a bit strange if we provide servers, especially even outside of Spain. But
no, we work in the cloud.
Super.
We work in the cloud. Okay, Miguel, thank you. It was It
was a pleasure.
It was just in place to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miguel.
It's a pleasure. We're very happy that the tool in general is used. And please don't hesitate proposing improvements and so on. We still is like a newborn tool, so it still lacks a lot of things that can be useful, and I think that maybe doesn't really work as should work, or there are problems or things that got a bit more technical. But the development is going really, really, really fast. So really don't lose the hope if you see something that's not working as you expect.
You are doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
Like a mission. And great. Thank you very much, Miguel.
please. It's a
See you
pleasure.
in 2 months, I think.
Okay, so we keep in touch, and whatever you need, just ask
Great.
us. Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
ביי
ביי
ביי.
ביי.
אז אנחנו ממשיכים בעברית או שסיימנו לערב?
טוב, אנחנו נגיד קודם כל שלום לכולם, ואני אפסיק את השידור, היה מעניין, ובואו נמשיך בעברית קצת, כן. להתראות לכולם.